Hello and welcome to the Creative Collaboration Show. And this podcast is all about how entrepreneurs can grow their businesses and make a bigger positive impact on the world by collaborating and partnering with other entrepreneurs. My name is Chuck Anderson. I will be your host through this show, and we're going to have so many amazing stories and guests and tools and tips and strategies and resources that we're going to share on this show. So my hope is that by the end of this episode, you're going to have a better understanding of what this show is going to be all about. And I'm hoping that you'll subscribe and listen to the other episodes. My suggestion to you is to make at least a 3-episode commitment to listening to this show. It's my sincere hope that it will help you with the growing and the scaling of your business. And go ahead and listen to a few of the interviews. I've got some amazing guests that have appeared on this show, and we're going to be releasing these episodes here over the coming weeks. And I just know that they're going to help you with your business as well. Now, before we dive in and I explain a little bit more about what the show is going to be all about, I want to ask you a question. So I want you to, first of all, think about your business. And if there was just one missing piece, one missing link that could be the thing that you are looking for, that would make all the difference in your business, that would finally overcome the roadblocks or the challenges or the thing that are just causing your business to grow very, very slowly. If there was just one thing that you could bring into your business that would make all the difference, what would that one thing be? For some people, it's a resource to bring in more clients. For others, it's a strategy. For some, it's a software or a process, or maybe it's just completely joint venturing with another company. So together you can accomplish a lot more. And really, there's no end to the types of collaborations and relationships and partnerships that you can create in your business. And there's really no limit to the creativity that you can bring to those collaborations and partnerships. And that's what this show is all about. We're going to be sharing stories about creative collaborations that I've done in my business over the last 27 plus years. And my guests are going to be sharing their powerful collaboration and partnership stories here with you as well. And it's a little bit more about me, and then we're going to dive into a little bit more about how this show can benefit you. And, my background is in entrepreneurship. I started my first business back in 1995. That first business was a dismal failure, but it taught me so many different things that set me up for success for the businesses that were going to come after that. So since 1995, I've been part of countless businesses. And as a chronic do-it-yourselfer, big mistake that I was making is doing everything myself. I grew up at a very early age hearing the phrase, if you want something done right, you really need to do it yourself. And that couldn't be further from the truth. But it was a limiting belief that I had for a long time. And for the first decade of being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, trying to build and scale a business that could have a big, positive, and lasting impact on the world. See, the business ideas that I was working on were always ones of how can we make people's lives better? How can we make the world better? And the types of entrepreneurs that I end up talking to are those types of people as well. And I'm going to guess that that is also you. You probably have an idea that you have of making the world a better place, making people's lives better, easier, more fulfilling, and happier. And those tend to be the people that we attract into the show. So we're going to be sharing a lot of those successes and failures and, The important thing is, what did we learn from both the successes and the failures? What can we learn? What can we bring into what we're doing today to make things go faster, easier, better than they are currently going or that they've gone before? And so that's what this show is all about. My goal for this show is to inspire you to find new and creative ways to collaborate with others. There's other entrepreneurs just like you that have so many good ideas. And here's a question: what if this thing that you're trying to do on your own right now, what if it would be so much easier to do if you had someone else to work with? What if somebody else has already figured out the solution to the problems you're trying to solve in your business right now? And so if that sounds familiar, then you probably could benefit from a collaboration or a partnership of some sort to bring in that missing piece into your business that's going to make things go better than they're currently going. So here's a question for you. What is that big, audacious goal, that big dream? What is it that you're currently working on? That passion project that you feel is going to change the world and change people's lives? And what is the ultimate big impact that you see that project making on the world? And how does it improve people's lives? What is your ultimate goal for that lasting difference, that legacy that you want to leave on the world? And also, what are the missing pieces that are maybe causing some struggle? Maybe it's an obstacle. Maybe it's still an idea because you really haven't figured out how to launch this thing and get it out into the world. And what if there was just one collaboration or partnership that could make all the difference, that finally takes it from idea or from startup to amazing, explosive growth, so that you can really experience a quantum leap from just one partnership? You see, because you might be just one good partnership or collaboration away from having your business finally grow and scale to its full potential. And you know what? Along the way, it's going to grow you to your full potential as well. And I know that's been my journey. I remember back when I first started my first business and I was so scared. And I really thought that I had a great idea and I thought I knew everything, but I really found out how quickly I found out that I really knew nothing and that I was in for the greatest ride of my life. It's been so amazing so far, and a little scary at times, and sometimes lots of money and sometimes not so much. And, all of the ups and downs that come along with that. But, the biggest thing is not how successful my businesses have become, but really it's how far have I come? How far have I grown? And the more I learn and the more I grow, the more I'm able to bring that into the businesses that I start, the businesses that I grow, the businesses that I invest in or acquire through different partnerships and collaborations. And now I get to bring that. And I'm still on this learning journey. 27 plus years later of doing this, I'm still learning every single day. I'm still getting better every day. And it's that attitude of constant and never-ending improvement that keeps me going. It's that debriefing on all of the business successes and failures that keep me learning, that keep me growing, keep my businesses on track, and helps me with the clients that I work with and the businesses that I invest in to keep them growing and scaling as well. So the good news here is that you are definitely not alone. And I know that our community of entrepreneurs, just like you, have come up with some great ideas, some great, I would say creative, highly effective ideas, out of the box thinking that are producing great results for their businesses. And so what I'm doing is I'm inviting these entrepreneurs to come in and share their story and tell you all about their successes and failures and what they learned from them. And ultimately leading to a success. And how did that come to be? And where did they find that idea? And really, how can that idea be duplicatable? And so we come in and we share these stories, and I interview some really amazing people on sharing that with you. And it's my hope that that will help to inspire you or solve some problems and create some solutions where you're really looking for some right now. And I know, as one entrepreneur to another, we solve problems on a daily basis. We solve problems for our clients, we solve problems for our customers, but we also solve problems for ourselves. We solve problems for our businesses. We are looking for creative solutions all the time that are going to help our businesses grow faster and easier than before. And many of us aspire to that exponential growth, that quantum leap that's going to take the business from where it is today to where we know in our heart that it can definitely get to, and make the big impact on the world that we know it was always meant to. And that mission and that passion. And I think that the worst thing that could ever happen is for the struggle to take an entrepreneur out, to take them out of the game, to give up on that mission, to give up on that passion project that they know in their heart would change the world. And so we want to inspire you. We want to provide you the tools, the resources, the strategies, the collaboration opportunities and partnership opportunities that are ultimately going to make that project succeed. And so that's really what this show is all about. Now, part of this show is we ask our guests to contribute their best resources and strategies and tips, and we put all of those into something that we call the Collaborators Toolkit. And it's a subscriber to this podcast. We are going to give you free access to that toolkit, and we highly suggest that you subscribe to that. Get access to the tools. We have tools, templates, strategies, resources, trainings, you name it. I mean, there's all sorts of things in there that can help you on different aspects of your business. And so we highly recommend that you go and get free access to that. And you can do that right there on our website. It's at collaboratorsunite.com/toolkit, and you can get free access to that. And while you're there, you can check out all of the episodes of our show. This is episode number 1, but by the time you're listening to this, there's going to be so many other great episodes, great stories that have been shared there, and we highly recommend that you check that out. So I have homework for you. Number 1, subscribe to this show and listen to the first 3 episodes. And if you like what you hear, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you happen to be listening to this right now, and leave us a review. Let me know how we're doing, and you're welcome to go to collaboratorsunite.com and submit some feedback or a suggestion for a future episode. I would totally open to doing that. Or if there's something that you're looking for, I can go and look for a guest that can bring that into our community. So, number 1, I'd like you to subscribe to this show. Number 2, I would like you to go ahead and get your free access to the Collaborators Toolkit. And number 3, come back and listen to at least 2 more episodes and 2 interviews that I've done with guests, and really take action on what you hear in those episodes. And again, hopefully it inspires you. Hopefully it connects the dots in your business for those things that you're looking for. And I am so glad that you're here and so glad that you're listening to this episode. Can't wait to see you in the next one. So for now, my parting words of advice is, look, never, ever, ever give up on your dream. If your business idea was the great idea that it was meant to be, then keep going and identify the missing piece and go out and look for someone to collaborate with, someone to partner with that's going to bring in that missing piece, and finally take that big idea that you had into the big real business that's making a big and lasting impact on the world, and bring that out into the world and make the world a better place. From one entrepreneur to another, I thank you. I look forward to serving you in this podcast, in the show, bringing you all these amazing ideas. And until the next episode, go out there, build your business, and be awesome.